Welcome back, bros. What will it cost you? That is the question of the day. What will it cost you? Think about it. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. So, simple video today. That is such a powerful quote from Marcus Aurelius. Now, I know it's going to sound cliche. That quote has been used plenty of times for probably the last 10 years now, especially people that are into Stoic philosophy, like Ryan Holiday, for example. And what I love so much about that quote is it really comes down to that. It really comes down to you realizing that you have control over your mind. You alone have control over your mind and the choices you make every single day. Not outside events, but like this. Not outside events, but yourself. You get to choose how things play out. How you can start your day, what you give control over to, and what you take control of. A nice summary here, if you can figure out what you're in control of, just hone in on that and leave everything else. Don't form an opinion about the rest of the world. Then you're going to find peace and happiness. That was one way to translate the quote by Marcus Aurelius. So we're on week 4 of the social media detox. This is the last week. This will wrap up the challenge, if anything. I hope that you guys are doing great. I just felt inclined to talk about that quote just because it's a good one. We literally give control away, and something I talked about and touched on the last video. With these apps, social media, the phones, we literally give it away just because we think that we need this. It's a necessity, it's a convenience, this technology, living in the digital age, technological age, whatever you want to call it. And really what it's going to do, whether you're dealing with an addiction or not, is it's going to cost you your time. And time is one thing you cannot get back. You know, I love sitting out here in the yard. I love basking in the sun, but I also got to deal with the traffic behind me. It can get a little too loud. Or the wind. You guys saw that earlier. I'm just trying to have some Palo Monsanto going and just feeling out the vibe. But yeah, I mean, keep this simple today, guys. It'll take a lot of your time away. And the other point I wanted to say here is realize what experiences are important in life and focus on that. And how I want to put this is, it's not so much about trying to get the photo to make it into a post or anything like that, or getting the video per se and then trying to make it go viral on the internet per se. You know, it's all about being present. And I know I've mentioned this probably many times, or at least once in each video that I've done for this, but it's so true. You become present with your friends, your family, in the moment. Being with nature and experiencing life at its fullest. You don't have to feel the pressure and the anxiety and the stress to make a post and build something out of just what you're experiencing in the present. You know, it's like, it really takes the meaning away when you think about it. And in those select moments, I'll just keep it simple. Like when you're in nature, I feel like you get to experience God. And you get to see everything that He created. Magnificent glory, and it gets you interconnected and closer to nature. And I've said this before over the years too. Like the further we get away from nature, the more sick we become. Not just physically, but mentally. And so I think it's so important to spend that time out in nature and just to have those quiet times with yourself and with your thoughts. Don't believe the thoughts, but sit with them, be with them, and realize who you are. And as for an update for me, I'm doing great. I'm really enjoying this book. So, been sticking with it. This is the man himself, Dr. Batman Galige. You can see him a little bit more clear. I'm enjoying the shade of the shrub right here. There is an old YouTube video of him. I believe it was in the early 2000s. Sometime after 2010, I believe, when it got filmed. It's about an hour and a half long, but that's actually what put me down the rabbit hole for getting into hydration and drinking more water and realizing that there's a lot of health benefits with it, and salt intake. So, funny enough, if you didn't see the price tag back here, that is a Hastings price tag. I got this book on sale when they were going out of business. I got lucky. That was a little over 11 years ago. So, it's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm happy to have this book. Learning a lot, guys. I hope that you guys are too. Let me know what you guys are reading, what you guys are finishing up on, or what books you finished this month on the challenge. I'd love to hear from you guys. As far as tasks go, I had a slight change this week. It was a good one, though. I ended up having a jam session with a friend of mine, and he said that he could teach me. He's got experience playing drums, also learning how to play guitar too, like I stated in the videos. But yeah, it's been around 10 years since I actually got on behind a kit, picked up a pair of drumsticks, and man, that felt really good. It felt really good to get behind a set again. I played all through high school, in and out of band classes and stuff like that, but grew up, so background for me, since I told you that I grew up as a Christian, I used to play on a worship team for the youth group and to play worship music with my church growing up. It was just in and out. I was just a kid growing up, but I was learning some things, and it's really cool. I mean, you got to be coordinated as a drummer, and it really gets you thinking about how to feel out the beats. I definitely had rhythm, still do. It's kind of like riding a bicycle again, but if I commit to this, I'm going to be properly learning how to do cadences and things like that. So, I don't know. He said, come over, practice 1 hour a day, see where things go. Don't know what to say exactly on that. I don't know where it's going to go, but all I could say is that it was good to play the drums again. An old love of mine. Again, I don't think I've actually said this before on the channel, but I was raised by musicians. One of my brothers plays guitar, so he's very talented, and I'm kind of following suit in that. Definitely want to learn that instrument, but my main thing that I know for a fact about me is I know that I got rhythm, and I know how to play a drum kit. I'm not a pro per se. I'm not saying that at all. I know the basic beats and stuff, but fills and crashes and all that all takes time. But hey, my friend said that he's willing to teach me, so we'll see what comes out of that. I don't know. It'll be interesting. Okay, the last thing I'll say for the video is this. Learn to say no. I'm not talking like necessarily in situations. At the same time, I am. Learn to say no. So learn to say no. You can say no to that urge that you're feeling when you're getting maybe anxious, or you're feeling like you need to go check your apps and messages and all that. But if you're in the middle of something, dude, focus on that. That's going to get you farther in life. That's going to get you the results that you want for your life. You got to learn to sacrifice. You got to learn to compromise on certain things and with people for your time. Because like I just said, you're not going to get your time back. Time wasted is time wasted. We're We're not getting any younger. We're not getting any younger. And don't let your no make you feel anxious. You got to learn to say no. You got your own things that you got to do in your life. It's okay to say no, all right? It's okay. It's actually good to say no. Because like I said, you don't want to waste your time. You don't want to waste your time. You want to progress, and how you progress is when you're committed to what you're doing, when you're committed to what you've set out to do. So learn to say no, you guys. Sometimes you can just forget in the moment and be like, okay, I could commit to that, and then the next day you actually had something come up, or something that you actually had to go do and you forgot. That happens. That happens. So, learn to say no. Be comfortable in your own skin with saying no. That also goes for the internet, goes for the apps, goes for those distractions in your life. It's a distraction in disguise, saying that like this is something you should commit to. It's pleasurable. No, it's not. It's a psyop. And that will be it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Get some sun today. Summer's here. Enjoy your weekend, and I will talk to you guys very soon. Peace.